And welcome back. Well, we sure love the summer sun, but it does not love our skin. Today, Dr. Deborah Manjoney is here to give us some new information to protect our skin in the first place.
Yeah, and if the damage is already done, she also has suggestions to get a more youthful look again.
Great. Do you guys like that?
Thank you.
Youthful looks! Yay!
I think one of the keys is preventing it in the first place, and that's where sunscreen comes in. But I feel like there's a lot of confusion about sunscreen.
There is, and the government actually stepped in a couple of years ago and tried to make everybody more consistent in how they put their labels on their sunscreens. However, it's kind of difficult sometimes to interpret because some of the wording doesn't, you know, they've taken off some of the things and put different words on, so you really have to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So the first thing is the sunscreen SPF is sun protection factor.
Right.
And that's talking about UVB rays. Those are the rays that tan and burn and cause skin cancer. So you want an SPF of at least 30. You know,
minimum,
actually some of the drugstores, Walgreens, CVS are going to stop selling anything less than 30.
The 15s are going away?
They're going away.
Really?
Okay.
You might be able to buy them in some places, but you're not going to be able to buy them in others because they know that it's not a lot of protection. You need probably at least an SPF of 30.
And that number is the time frame in which it takes you to burn, is that correct?
It's, if you're able to stay out in the sun for 20 minutes without, and just start to get tan at that point, you can do that 30 times that length of time.
Before you have to reapply.
SPF. That's right.
I think it's
well, not
confusing.
before you have to reapply, because reapplying is every 2 hours. Okay, so
Good
that's
to
the
know.
other thing you have to know. But the other ultraviolet ray is ultraviolet A, and that's the ray that causes the wrinkling with time.
Oh, it's different. The UVB
Yes,
is
UVA,
the tanning, burning skin cancer.
UVA goes deeper, and so that's the one that can cause the skin damage that you'll see on the surface.
No, is that why you need a broad spectrum?
Right, broad spectrum means it's got UVA and UVB protection.
And it should be water resistant?
Water resistant means 40 minutes of being in a pool or sweating before you have to reapply. Very water resistant, or something that says 80 minutes, so it's on 40 minute and 80 minutes, that's how they've done it now. 80 minutes is very water resistant. So we either have to say 80 minutes or it has to say very water resistant.
Okay. A lot of them have tints.
That's right. The tint is great
additives
for the face.
Yes.
So the tint is great for the face because you can see where you've put it, and frequently in the summer you can just use it instead of makeup.
Right. So skip
it's
your
just,
foundation and you can use that.
That's right. So that's why a tint is so nice, and it's also very often a nice primer.
So it doesn't reduce its efficacy. It doesn't make it less effective.
Not at all. Again, you have to look at the SPF and the broad spectrum part of it.
And you're probably a fan of putting it on every day, whether it's winter, summer, whatever, under your makeup, right?
I do think that people should do that because just walking around outside, you're going to be getting, or driving, that's when you get the UVA rays because they come through the window of the car.
I sat outside at a coffee shop yesterday and was doing some reading and some work, and the part of my leg that was in the sun burned, just things like that. It's kind of like early in the season.
Right.
Yeah, you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, you still maybe wearing a hoodie or something
so
comfortable
it's a good
too.
time to think about it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there are different types of sunblock. There's physical and chemical. Both of them are very good. You may want to use physical on very young children, and that means you've got zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, just two minerals that will really help deflect the sun rays so that it's not penetrating.
All right, let's transition because I want to talk about fillers because this is something that can help if the damage is already done. And as we age, we lose a lot of volume, and that's where fillers come in, right? So they restore natural volume is one thing that we tend to lose. But there's a whole new family, a new line of fillers.
You know, Juvederm fillers have been out for a long time. Allergan makes those, and they've had a lot of commercials out, and people used to talk about the parentheses and all. Well, they've actually done some advancements with their fillers, and so now the fillers will last longer. And so now fillers in this area can last up to 18 months. So the new one is called VOLUMA.
And that's nice.
It's very nice. It's very soft. It's got some advantages over other fillers because it's going to be a very soft agent, but it's going to hold its shape. So although it feels soft and natural, we can mold it a little bit and it will hold together. So it's got better cohesiveness than other fillers, and it doesn't attract that volume of water that hyaluronic acids were known to do. And so what you see is what you'll get.
Gotcha. And that one was called VOLUMA?
VOLUMA. That's their newest one, just came out at the end of March.
So the next one is VOLBELLA?
VOLBELLA is what we've been using now in the lips since earlier this year. And that's a very nice, very fine filler that you can just put in the lip lines above the lip, and you can fill the lips with those. Very natural look, and that will last up to a year, which is much longer than other fillers in the mouth had lasted because our mouths are the most active muscles of our body, and so we use up that filler much more if it's in the mouth. And so this one will last up to 12 months, so that's really an advantage now.
That tickled Molly a little bit. She liked that.
You guys like to talk.
The most active part of my body.
Oh, what about
And VOLUMA was the first one they came out with, which is for the mid-face. And so that's the one that really restores that volume, gives you a lift by filling in the cheek area along the cheekbones.
Yeah, I think that's dramatic. I think when you look at the left and you look at her on the right, not only does she look more youthful, but she looks rested.
Right.
It's got kind of a glow. I mean, it's amazing what a little filler will do.
That's right. And often you don't need the filler in that nasolabial fold if you've done it up here, because it lifts and it just pulls it up a little bit. So that's usually where we start, but these other ones are all great now and they all last longer. VOLUMA up to 2 years.
And I think with fillers, especially as you think of celebrities, I think that's one thing you have to be careful with, because I think it can completely change how someone looks if you overdo it.
I totally agree, and that's something that we really strive is for the natural look. We want you to look the way you did 5 or 10 years ago, not to look like somebody different.
We got to go to the best of the best. June specials, that's right, for going on right now. Sunscreens are 15% off, and then the fillers are $50 off per syringe. That's for June at Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. Additional savings when you sign up for their Brilliant Distinctions membership. That as well. Pewaukee is where you go for the location. 262-746-9088 to call for an appointment, or WIMedispa.com.
Great job.
Enjoy the sun, but be protected.
There we go.
There you go.
Thanks,
There's your morning. Great to see you. Have a great weekend. All right.